Hello, people of God. This is by Jacob's Way TV, and I'm Dupi Singer. This is episode 109. Episode 109. I ended episode 108 talking about a young man called Prosper. He prospered at his trade, photography, but he spoiled with himself with drinks and women. These things go together. He told me many of his stories. He's a man who will have had an estate of his own, ordinarily. Incidentally, I never mentioned this to you in all of the videos I have posted, that the kind of money that the sheer quantity of money that this guy spoke about should have built somebody an estate of 1,000 houses. I tell you, there's no exaggeration. The sheer amount of money that had passed through the hands of these criminals. I will say to them, what did you do with that kind of money? What did you do? They will laugh at me. They were at the back following girls, throwing the money at the girls. Uche and Timothy told me that they will take a bundle of 100,000 naira or 50,000 naira then. They will put it on their table there at the bar. Just there, when they are drinking. Everybody will come and say, Chairman, 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 how are you? I say, you don't drink? Have you eaten? He said, Chairman, I don't get anything for pocket too. They will take 10,000 and give down and say, Chairman, yeah, you the best. Now you the best. This one will come, 5,000. This one will come. He said, if the money was finished, they will go to the boot of their car, and get more money. They just like to be noticed and to be known, to be famous, to be hailed. Are we not all like that? Only few people are not like that. And those few people are the people that God created not to be like that. So are you saying it is God that created people to want to feel important? Oh yes. Oh yes. There is a drive in all of us. There is a drive in all of us telling us we can be somebody. There is a drive in all of us telling us we can become something good. There is a drive in all of us telling us we can. It is just all usually the manner that we go about it that is wrong. And the fact that we do not wait for process. So prospered. I tell you, he told me stories. I mean, look, if I was a sister and he was giving me money that he was not even stealing, he was making very good money at photography. He had a studio. If I was collecting the money, I would have built beautiful houses for him in the best places in Lagos. He squandered all on drinks and women. Remember, I came to the camp always drunk, could not keep the laws of the camp, and I threw him out. Asked them to sue him. Some of them will say, You have no right. You have no right to come here and throw us away. You don't have a right. Are you even the owner of this land? Are you the owner of this place? Well, I always tell them, one of them had told me before, we will go and report you to the governor. I said, Go and bring the governor. And we were not too far away from the governor's office. I tell you, if the governor comes in here and does not greet me properly, does not show respect to me, I'll throw him out of this place. So go and try it. Go and bring the governor. They had never seen somebody that was fearless. It was God. When I said these things, I didn't say it in hypocrisy. I meant it. Because I felt that the governor, if he's a gentleman, he will come in and say, Hello, ma. How are you? What can I do for? What are you doing here? He won't start fighting with me. Anyway, let me come back to Prosper. I told God, I don't trust you. You wake me up in the middle of the night and ask for Prosper. I won't look for him. I will not look for him. But if you still want him to come back, if he comes back, I will not throw him away. This was a Wednesday. By the time I got to church, we normally have midweek services, I mean prayer meeting. By the time I came to the prayer place on the following Wednesday, we had seen I was always going every day anyway. It was time to go for prayer meeting on Wednesday, the next Wednesday. I met Prosper sitting down under the pavilion. He himself was sure I was going to say, throw him out. What is he doing here? Me myself, by human nature will have said, throw this guy out. I remember, I remember the pact I had with the Lord. I remember the pact. I told the Lord, if he comes back by himself, I will not throw him out. So usually when I come, out of respect for me, they will come in, greet me at the car, beside the car, and help me to carry this and that. I hardly allow them to carry my handbag, not for anything. I always tell them that men are head. Well, I don't want to say heads. Well, if I'm grammatically wrong, forgive me, but I want to say, okay, a man is a head. Is head. A man is head. And I always tell them, I'm a woman. I don't want you to be subservient. Just let God place you stay where God has placed you. And so oftentimes they will argue with me that, but you are our mother. We understand what you are our mother. Let us carry this and that for you. And they were quite, they helped me. They could be good. So they brought all these things in and we now settled for a prayer meeting. But after I said the first prayer, Prosper put up his hand. I said, yes, what can I do for you? Before we even I started to say anything. He said, Mommy, our mommy, well done. Well done. He said, I've never seen anybody like you. You love us, you love God, you care for us, you are sincere in this job that God has given to you. Never seen anybody like you. I've been to the East, I've been everywhere. I've never seen anybody like you. I was listening to you. Don't forget, I told you before that I thought I had read the maximum of the the virtue of patience. I've already thought that I was a patient person. Prosper said, so I was patient that day. I shouldn't have even given him a chance ordinarily. I gave him a chance and I was very patient with him. Say, he eulogized me and said all those things. He said, well, there's something that is wrong. Something is not right somewhere. I sat down like this. I was listening to him. He said, Mommy, you are patient. But Mommy, you are not patient enough. Okay? I was thinking inside of my mind. With all the troubles I have seen with these guys. This many years of staying in the bush, somebody is telling me I'm not patient enough. He said, Mommy, you are not patient enough. He got up. He prostrated. Please, Mommy, do not be offended. He got up again. Mommy, do not be offended. But just hear me out. I was looking at him. He said, Mommy, do you know how many years I've been on the street? Hey, do you know how many years? He started pointing to somebody and the other person. Do you know how many years they have been on the street? Do you know how many years we have lacked direction? Do you know how many years we have been in this habit? And this habit had swallowed us up, all our different bad habits. I didn't know where it was going to end. He said he had been drinking now for the past 13 years, up to 15 years, drinking that he will drink himself drunk. All his works and all the money he makes, everything will go. Say, Mommy, do you know how long you have known me now? He said, I calculated it last night. All you have known me for cannot be more than 3 months. He now asked me, Mommy, somebody who has been drinking for 13 to 15 years, do you think he can live drunkenness in one day? Do you think he can live drunkenness in 3 months? Say, Mommy, God can do everything, but hmm, sometimes you have to be a little more patient with us. Try, Mommy, try. Give us a little time to heal. Give us a little time to understand, to know, to walk out of this. Do you realize that this we are dying little by little to the sins? If you are patient with us, we can get there. I want to ask you, was I patient enough? Was I truly patient enough? I was going to preach that day, but it was Prosper that preached to me. Prosper preached to me. So today, that preaching is still ringing in my ears. Sometimes when I think I'm patient enough, I'll ask myself, if Prosper will say I'm not patient enough, I'll ask God for more patience. And patience is a virtue, but if you possess, you can have every other thing. And I go to the bush alone. I used to say to the Lord, give me patience as a gift. Give me patience. I meant it. Give me patience as a gift. Lord, give me patience as a gift. I didn't even know I was going to face all these things. I prayed. You will have thought that the Lord did not hear. And I don't think he heard me. And I don't think he heard me. Because if you know the Bible well, you'll know that patience is a fruit of the Spirit. You learn patience by experience. You learn patience only through experience. It's after a while, it's a process. So when you ask the Lord to give it to me as a gift, it is not lifted as one of the gifts of the Spirit. It is the fruit of the Spirit. And it is by experience, walking with the Lord, walking in the Holy Spirit, with the Holy Spirit, that you eventually have to have the fruit of the Spirit that is called patience. Well, think about your own life. Ask yourself, am I patient enough? And let Prosper through this be the one preaching to you. This is my Jacob's Way TV. I'm Dupi Dupi Singer. Please subscribe, hit the notification bell, and share. Somebody who's impatient, share this with him. And together we can walk on our way on the journey of destiny. God bless you for watching. Bye bye.